shepherd's pie, whatever it was the wife made. It's very nice though. We got vape mail today.
Can you tell?
Yeah. We got, where's the them out of the time we've got to use them. The Vpro.
In a very nice presentation box.
Yep. Dual layers by the way, because you've got that on top which obviously has the Vpro in it. You've got that on the bottom which comes with atomizer and drip tip. This impressed me.
We'll do the other thing first.
Wall plug for your special charger.
Special charger.
Special charger, yeah. Now if I whip the old Vivi Notter off.
Yeah. And coming up with all interesting things today.
This is your charge lead. Now that USB, the normal USB, plugs into the plug and obviously you put that into your wall. And this bit screws in to that.
Quite well actually.
Very well, very smooth. And
that's actually quite an attractively made
sort of charge end, isn't it really?
Yeah, it's not like your general like ego plastic
thing. It's metal, it's pretty, it's knurled, it's turned, I
think that knurling on it actually is beneficial as well because obviously,
obviously you grip it. But this second USB is for turning that into a mobile power point to charge your phone. Specifically, as mentioned on the back of the case, iPhone, iPad and Samsung devices.
It will work, I would imagine, with anything powered by USB.
Being hailed. But yes, it's a very clever, as far as I'm aware and the rest of the guys are aware, that it's a heretofore undone thing.
I will say one thing though, unfortunately, I think the lead
could be a touch longer.
Yeah, because I mean my plug that I charge from is down the side of the bed, so unless I want to run an extension lead up, which I don't like running extension leads too much.
Crackle on the tank.
We did fill this tank up about 20 minutes ago.
About 20 minutes ago, half hour ago. It's wicked up really well. It wicked up immediately, didn't it?
Yeah, it took about 2 minutes.
About 2 minutes to wick in. Obviously, clearly a Vivinova copy. Typical Vivi issues with the drip tip. It's a bit loose, but it's not a bad thing.
But as we discussed earlier, you do get that with a lot of things, and with anything that's like best part of an inch long and only got about what, 1/8 of an inch actually holding it in place, you're going to get a little bit of wobble anyway.
I actually think that's quite a well machined. It's a steel tip, by the way, it's not plastic. I think that's quite nice. I will definitely be keeping that for future use. Right, I look quite tidy on the Argo actually.
Oh, more likely, yeah.
But anyway, we digress. It is variable voltage and we think variable wattage. I must add, we got this free for the purpose of review from Really E Cigs.co.uk.
Very nice place. I was on their website earlier.
It is a prototype. This is not available as yet.
But what I think is nice is, instead of Really E Cigs going out and buying other people's mods and selling them, you know, the same sort of mods that you can get all over the place, they are trying to branch out and do something unique. And it is, to my knowledge, a unique piece of kit. It does a lot of things that a lot of other mods will do.
Well, functionality wise, apart from a bit of difference on the menu system, which is a 3-click access menu, 1 click to cycle through the menus, and it's got 6 sub-menus on it. Apart from them being named differently, its functionality is pretty much identical to the VMAX.
Yeah.
Certainly the LED display is the same, except for it's in red.
But we did find out something that this does that the VMAX won't do.
Variable wattage.
Variable wattage, and something very special. Would you like to replace that and put the...
yeah. Now, most of your variable voltage and variable wattage will have a sub-ohm cutoff, usually about 1.2, 1.3?
1.2, yeah.
Now, we did test this earlier. This is a 0.9 coil. Ryan, he calls you Marshall then. Marshall's is a point.
I'm Ryan.
Ryan's is a .7 coil. And, well, check this puppy out. Most variable voltages will not do the following. And fire my sub-ohms. So let's just bring up the...
I'm going to say, show the people at home.
There you go. You should be able to see the 0.9. And...
now for something completely different.
So
there we go.
0.7.
That was 0.7 anyway, I don't know what it is now.
It's probably still 0.7. Well, there it is, and look at that.
Which to my knowledge is the only...
I think it's the only variable voltage, variable wattage mod that will actually fire a sub-ohm coil. At least not without some serious tinkering. So that was quite good, we like that.
Threading in there is a bit tight, but I think that might just be because...
well, it's a new mod, and it is a prototype.
yeah. Plus, you know, we'll dab a little bit of grease in it or something.
Yeah. Well, over time, juice will get down there and sort itself out. So the juice we're using is the Fury's Kiss, 24mg 50/50.
Could we use anything else?
Oh, hell no. Available on vapingking.co.uk.
But that's not what we're here to review.
No. Overall build quality is very good. It's got a nice brushed steel finish. There is a bit of swarf on the threading on the main body here on the bottom, part of which is in the knuckle. I was doing that, I was fingering the hole.
I always finger the hole to clean out the threads.
Well, yeah, exactly. The tank is holding up well. It vapes very well. Apart from a few cosmetic blemishes, there's a scratch on the one side and what looks like a tea stain on the sort of power head cap, which could be just glue.
You got to remember though, I mean, these are prototype devices, they're not readily available.
Well, they're not available. It's doing a Brian there, isn't it? That is my kid though. That is some hell of a vape. I'm going to go for a big old lung hit on that actually.
But it's a really nice finish on it. It doesn't... impressive.
Wait a bit there.
There is no cut-off.
No. Well, none that we've found yet anyway.
Unless it's got a really long cut-off.
It's like 80 minutes or something silly.
That's 1 hour of a vape, isn't it?
1 hour and 30 minutes later.
But yeah, the finish doesn't show up fingerprints and stuff like that. Obviously you're going to get them on there anyway, you'll get that on anything you're using.
Yeah.
Oil transfer from your hands and whatnot. But it doesn't really show them up, which I think is a good thing, because like, mine shows them up terribly, yours doesn't.
But again, it's that brush finish.
Yeah, well, I've got the chrome finish which will be going.
We're going to strip it back.
Yeah, then naturally go.
Okay.
I'm going to wrap my mod.
Alright.
Yeah.
Continue.
It's a really nice, clear LED screen.
It's very bright, isn't it?
It is very bright, which would make vaping in the dark quite helpful.
Or be helpful for vaping in the dark.
Yes. The only thing is, this tank says, what's it got?
2.4 ohms.
2.4.
And the ohm reader on it says it's about 3.
Actually, we are
Oh,
not.
that's come down to 2.8.
So it might just be, needs a little bit of bedding in.
Bit of use.
We did check the coil before and it was coming up as 3.2.
That was empty as well, brand new, unused. It was coming up to like 3.1, 3.2 or something silly like that, wasn't it?
There is one thing that this mod does which is absolutely brilliant. If you take the atomizer off, hold that sir, and try and go into your menu, the only thing it will read out is
voltage. Voltage remaining in the battery,
yeah.
which apparently is 3.9.
Now considering you got this afternoon,
Fully charged apparently, in the post for however long.
about 2 weeks or so.
About a fortnight evidently, but anyways.
3.9. So I think that's a nice, brilliant little feature.
I think as a whole, the kit itself is unique.
I think it's a brilliant little kit because you get everything. Everything that you need is there. You've got your charger, you've got an atomizer, and a fairly good atomizer from what we've found so far. We will update you on this.
Well, I think because we're running out of time, we're going to do our own, we're going to do a week each with it. I'll do first week and do a follow-up next Thursday. Then we'll pass over to you, and a week later on a Thursday he'll do his own follow-up.
Where I'll tell you how easy it is to break.
Try not to.
I'm going to try not to, but I don't have a lot of luck. So
I am the destroyer of mods.
I'm doing alright with that one.
As a mechanical, we can't fuck it up too badly.
What was my last one?
So yeah, in a week's time I'll do my follow-up. Run to do his a week after that. Overall, initial thoughts?
I like it. I like it. It comes with a bit of information as well, so if you're new to vaping in variable voltage, it does give you a little guide.
Voltage to resistance guide and your menu system guide.
I would like a bit more information on the menu system, because I'm not used to using these. You use one more often than I do. So, but then again, the mods I use don't have menus.
The mods you use have got an on-off switch.
You wouldn't really even call it an on-off switch, it's just let's make the entire thing a circuit.
Yeah, pretty much.
The battery's protected on that though, isn't it? Which has surprised me a little bit, because obviously protected batteries cost a little bit more money, but then considering it should have an inbuilt protection anyway.
If it's doing sub-ohms, you got to think, does it really have one?
I don't know, but if it's doing sub-ohms, that's, to me, that puts it a step above everything
Yeah,
else.
it does actually. I mean, if it's going to find my Argo, which is a 0.7 like your dripper, that's fabulous because you can sit there with your variable voltage and kick out a cumulonimbus.
Cloud.
Big old fog.
Yeah, so it does do something that no other mod that we are aware of does.
It's the first thing I do. Anyway, I've been Fury 79.
I've been on my one.
This has been
The
Vpro. Initial thoughts? Great. Absolutely brilliant.
Awesome.